Welcome students. Today's video we will cover the topics terms of credit and sources of credit, different sources of credit. But before we start, what is meant by these terms of credit and what are the different sources of credit? Let's recapitulate the points we have discussed till now. First, we have started the lesson with barter system, the earlier way of exchange through commodities. Then due to some of the problems like double coincidence of wants and lack of intrinsic value, people started using money as a medium of exchange. And this money is also a lot of evolution in the money, like from cattle and grains to gold and silver coins, copper coins, now latest paper currency and online transaction, credit cards. So all this we have discussed in detail. And then banks, we have discussed about banks which play a major role in the transaction, and how these banks works also we have discussed. And then we have discussed about loan activities of banks, what is the income of a bank. And then last video we have covered two different credit situations, credit in the sense loan. So when a person takes credit for one person, we have discussed it in detail, for one person this credit played a positive role and led to the development of the growth of the person. When it comes to second situation, credit has led her to death trap, and where she has to sell her part of her property also. So the credit, whether the credit is useful or not, totally depends upon the risk in the situation. So let's discuss today's topic, terms of the credit. What are the different terms that we should take into consideration before opting for credit? So terms of credit, every loan agreement specify an interest rate which the borrower has to pay. Simply it's not that we'll go and we'll ask for a person credit and then simply whatever amount you want he'll give it off. No, there are lot many terms and conditions to be followed for taking a credit. So first major role which plays in the credit is the interest rate and the repayment process and the time, mode of payment which is going to happen. Then one more very important point, and first time you might be hearing the word collateral. What is the word here? Collateral, in the sense security. If you go and ask your friend knows you very well, so he may give you, suppose if you ask 100 rupees, he'll give you immediately 100 rupees and he'll expect that you will return it back. But if you go to a bank or if you go to money lender, unknown person, how can he trust you? How can he give the money back? How can he trust you that that money will come back to him? Further, you need to pay collateral, security, assurance to the lender that suppose if I am unable to pay the money, you can take a part of my asset. So it's like security for the lender. So collateral, have a look at the definition here. Collateral is an asset. Okay, asset in the sense it can be land, it can be land, it can be any of the document, gold, cattle, it can be anything. It can asset that the borrower owns, like they have given here, land, building, vehicle, livestock, deposit with the banks, and uses this as a guarantee to the lender until the loan is repaid. Here are the examples of collateral. It can be land or property, vehicle, livestock, other crops or bank deposits. These you need to show as collateral to the lender or who is giving loan to you, so that he'll get assurance. Suppose if you are unable to pay the money back, he can get back his money from this collateral. It's a security or guarantee. So the same point has been explained here. If the borrower fails to repay the loan, the lender has the right to sell the asset and to obtain the payment. Property such as land, deposits with bank, livestock, these are the examples of collateral which are used for borrowing. Here an example is given where Megha has taken a loan. Here terms of credit also been explained in this paragraph. You have to read this paragraph and you have to fill this box with these terms of credit. Can you see what are the terms of credit? Loan amount, duration of loan, documents required, interest rate, mode of payment, collateral. These are all the terms of credit which you can find in this paragraph. So during discussion time, you will say these answers to me. Suppose in the examination, if you get a question, what are the terms of credit? Then you have to mention these names. What are they? Interest rate, collateral, documentation requirement. Interest rate, you know, like it can be from 10% to say 13% based on the item you are taking for loan. Then collateral, just now we have seen it's a security or guarantee. Then what is meant by this documentation? Recently for your class 10th registration also documentation work done. What did you bring for documentation? ID proof, resident proof, then employee certificate, because loans are given to only the people who are working, employee certificate and income certificate. So the borrower has to submit this documentation for getting a loan. And then comes the point, mode of repayment. Mode of repayment, how are you going to repay the loan amount? In how many installments? Whether it will be month wise, term wise, or yearly, how much, like what, through debit card or cash direct payment or online transaction. This mode of payment also need to be done. So all this comes under terms of credit. The terms of credit vary substantially from one credit arrangement to another. It's true. If you are applying for a house loan, the arrangement terms of credit are different. When you are applying for a car loan, it is different. When you are applying for educational loan, it's different. Hope you have understood about different terms of credit. What are the different terms of credit? Collateral, security, documentation, term of loan. Term of loan in the sense how long, whether it is for 5 years, 6 years, or 7 years, or 10 years. Mode of repayment, how we are going to repay the money. Then what is the rate of interest, that whether it is 5%, 6%, 10%, or 12% based on the loan we are taking. So these are all referred to as terms of. Be ready with this. Let's work these out. Answers will complete during discussion time. There are different types of ways of taking credit. It's not that directly or there are friend. There are different ways. People take credit from different sources. So here we are taking an example of a village and there different people and what are the different sources of credit for them. They have explained through stories in these boxes. So here they are saying that Rohit and Ranjan, they have completed their class and they went to a village and they were there. They have discussed with people to know about the terms of credit. So they have given the date also, 15th November 2016. So they went to the farmer's field. Who are the people they met there? Shamal. Then they met a first person, Shamal. Now let's have a look at the story of Shamal. Shamal is a farmer in a village. So he has to take a loan for the purchase of fertilizers, seeds, irrigation work, then providing water facilities. So for whatever money he required, he used to take from the money lender at the rate of 60% per annum. Okay, 60% per annum he used to take. Now later on he found another alternative. That alternative is agricultural trader. Okay, first money lender 60% per annum, very high. So he found another source, that is agriculture trader. Now how is the interest rate here? 3% per month. So here money lender 60% in the sense 5% per month. Okay, he used to pay interest rate 5%. Now here he is paying 3% less. So we feel that okay, it is better, but what is the condition? He has to sell the crop to the trader. Surely the trader will purchase the crop at a less rate of interest, less rate, the harvest less than the market price. So trader, the money which is the interest rate which he is getting for less, he is compensating by taking his harvest. So both the ways, whether he is going to money lender or going to the trader, both the ways Shamal is affecting a lot, because he has to pay a lot of interest rate on the amount he has taken. Now let's have a case of another farmer, Arun. What he has done? He has 7 acres of land. So he is a big landowner. He has large area of land too. Then what he has done? He has taken loan from a bank. And what is the interest rate here? 8.5% per annum. Can you see here? This is only 8.5, and here this person 60% per annum. Look at the rate difference. Okay, and then along with 8.5% per annum, many benefits from the bank. What is it? Anytime within 3 years he can repay the money anytime. Second one, cold storage facility also available to the farmer. Not that immediately harvest he can sell in the market. He can keep in the cold storage. Whenever the market means whenever he gets a good price, he can sell in the market. At the same time, he can get a fresh loan also. These many benefits if he is taking loan from a bank. Now why Shamal is not going to bank and taking when his neighbor is able to make it? The reason is collateral, which we discuss further. Let's have a look at the story of another one, Rama. Rama is a landless laborer, doesn't have land, so is working as a laborer in the agricultural field. Whereas agriculture is a seasonal work, they won't get work throughout the year. So unseasonal time, she needs money. So what she takes credit from her employer, who is a small scale medium landowner in Sonpur. So at what rate is he paying the interest? 5% per month. Bank 8.5% per annum for 12 months. It is 5% per month, and at the same time she has to work for the landowner. Though he didn't treat her well, even then she has to work because she doesn't have any other source of income. Now she owes 5,000 rupees to the landowner, and she has to work there whether she likes or not, whether he pays the money properly or not. She has to work with the same person. Reason, she has to clear her loan amount, and she is saying that it's the same condition of all the landless people in village. So here comes one more important source of credits, that is cooperatives. As the word shows, cooperating with each other and getting a loan. So it's after the bank, it is the second formal source of credit, where farmers themselves comes together, pool their resources. Here they have used the word pool their resources, in the sense whatever money they have, they will distribute, they will join it together, all the money. Suppose each farmer pay 100 rupees. Suppose 2,300 farmers, if each one pays 100 rupees, it becomes 2,30,000, and that money they distribute to the needy person who needs the money at that juncture. So we have farmers like farmers cooperative, then weavers cooperative, the industrial workers cooperative. Means people belonging to one particular section, they come together, they pool their resources, and they give loan among themselves to the person who needs more who is in urgent need of money. So the money will be paid to them so that they can utilize it. Again he will repay the money back to them with less rate of interest. As you have seen just now, 5% per month is too much. Instead of that 5% interest rate, these people help each other. This way they can solve the problem of interest rate and the exploitation by the money lenders, traders and the landowners. Okay, here they have given the example of one cooperative, that is Krishak cooperative, where from nearby villages also farmers, 2,300 farmers have joined here as members, and they'll pay little deposit, whatever money, little money as a deposit money. Like as I said, suppose if each farmer pays 100 rupees also, then it becomes as 2,30,000, big amount for the farmers. Then these farmers, they will keep this money, they'll keep their society. They suppose Krishak cooperative is a society name. So this they will keep they'll open an account in the bank on the name of Krishak cooperative, not on the name of individual farmer. So when they open a bank account on the name of a society, banks won't ask for collateral. Just now we have seen terms of credit. To take a loan, we need to show collateral or guarantee in the way of property, whereas these are all landless laborers, they don't have any property of themselves. So what they can do, on the name of the society they'll open an account, and this society has amount 2,30,000 amount in the bank account. So surely the bank provides loans on the name of the society, and these people utilize that money, and later on they'll repay the money with less interest rate. So it's here they deposits of the members, and they'll open a bank account. So whatever loans are obtained from the bank, these people take and they will use it, and they'll repay it with less interest rate. So what they look like Krishak cooperatives, they provide loans for purchase of agricultural implements, loans for cultivation, agricultural trade, fishery loans, loans for construction of houses, and for a variety of purposes, different uses. They can take loans with the help of cooperatives at the less rate of interest, and that too without collateral. So now cooperatives are in trend in the rural areas. It's one source of formal sector where exploitation of rural people can be avoided. We'll complete during the time of discussion. Be ready with the answers. Hope you have understood the topic till here. If you have any doubts, we can discuss during the time of our Google Meet interaction. Thank you.